We won, y'all. We finally won. We won. I'm so happy. So happy. Thank y'all, as always, for showing me love, as y'all always tend to do. Thumbsing up the video, dropping the comments down below. That is super important, especially for this one, considering how boring this episode was. Like, we honestly could have just got the recoupling, and I'd have been okay with that. Because the rest of the episode was stupid. Like, the challenge was dumb and pointless too, but it's expected. The season is essentially over. We got one more episode left. But yeah, I'm very happy and pleased with the results. America did what they were supposed to do. So let's get into it. If you're new here, please subscribe. I found out that apparently we're not doing Love Island games this season because of the Olympics, which I think is stupid because if I remember correctly, they filmed season one, I want to say mid-August to end September, like to mid-September, to then air in October, if I remember correctly. The Olympics are going to be over the second week of August. So I felt like I don't get why they couldn't do it, but that's a bummer because I was really looking forward to it. But we're going to have to wait till next season. And I guess it'll be after, I don't know, maybe they should do like a winter version, but film it somewhere. I don't want to say a winter version, but like do it during the winter time and air it. What am I trying to say? Film it during the winter time, but in a tropical, somewhere hot. Like do it like in Australia or something. And then air it during the winter or fall time. That's what I think would be smart. So we don't have to wait a whole nother year and then do season 3 after Love Island season 7, which we know they're now filming for. Are we on season 6? Yeah. Season 7. I'm tired, y'all. Season 7. Since we know they're now casting for that because they just showed the promotion for applications needed to be submitted. But whatever. Like I said, if you're new here, please subscribe. Everybody thumbs up the video, drop a comment down below, and let's go ahead and get on into this quick recap. So we get Rob and Aaron. They're talking again, talking about their families, wanting to meet each other's families. Rob is telling him how happy it was, how happy he is that it went well for him with Kayla's family. Aaron's pretty much asking about him and Cassie, and Rob is pretty much saying it was so out of left field how everything happened. Aaron's talking about how hilarious it is that they did what they did to do. Rob says that it was fun and everything happened the way it was supposed to, and he's grown as a person in the villa. They end up having their little love mance, talking about their friendship. It's a very interesting one, but Miguel and Leah, they're pretty much talking. Miguel's excited to see what could happen with them post-show. Leah loves it because she likes him a lot. Rob and Cassie end up going to Soul Ties. Cassie's pretty much saying that she doesn't regret them fucking and stuff. And she got to strangle the snake, which is what she said. Y'all know what she's saying by saying that. But Rob ends up saying not strangle, wrangle. Anyways, Rob ends up saying that he doesn't feel like their connection is forced. Sitting there looking at each other. They just sitting there. They don't have much dialect. Like they just sit and look at each other. They talk about surface level shit. I guess it works for them because maybe that's just their level of mindset, but it works for them. Whatever, if it's genuine, it's genuine. But he pulls her in and they start tonguing each other down. I immediately said, Andre, I hope you ain't waiting on him because if you are, you're crazy. But Cassie said the kiss was a 10 out of 10. The more they talk, the more she catches feelings, and she wishes that they had more time, which I find so interesting considering how they could have done this during Casa Amor. But she was so head over heels for Leo. I guess she didn't see him there. But everybody heads off to bed. Miguel and Leah cracked me up whenever they were in the bed. Everybody's pretty much kissing and stuff. And Leah and Miguel this time were not fucking. Normally they be fucking. And they were sitting over there watching Cassie and Rob over there fooling around in the bed. And they both holding their mouth, trying not to laugh. That was funny to me. But the next morning, everybody's waking up as usual. Janae was wanting to talk to Serena early in the morning. Serena is me when it comes to waking up. I don't want to talk to nobody. That's the thing. I don't like talking, period, in the morning until I brush my teeth. Like morning breath is not, it's not it. Don't talk to me. Don't make me talk until I brush my teeth. And I've been that way as a kid. Like my parents growing up, I would always get up and they would want to be talking to me, asking me all these questions. I'm like, I don't want to talk because my breath stinks. I need to go brush my teeth. But I just don't. And then I don't like talking in the morning. I'm not a morning person. Like I hate getting up early in the morning, even though my body naturally does the older I get. But I would much rather lay in bed for a little bit, even though I can't even lay in bed long. I can only lay in bed till maybe 8 o'clock. But I would much rather get up on my own and just move. And whenever I have the energy, I will talk to you. But they start making breakfast and stuff, catching up on the relationships as they normally do. Cassie and Nicole, they're upstairs talking. Cassie's pretty much saying that her and Rob talk about a bunch of random shit. Nicole says something was off with Rob and Daniela, but since Cassie came in, he's been smiling and laughing, which kind of reminded her of how he was with Andrea. And she pretty much says, like, yeah, I could tell he likes you. Nicole is talking about the outside world with Kendall. Nicole also loves talking to Cassie about this because she's experienced what they're going to be experiencing already. Cassie says that she sees the love between Nicole and bitch ass. But Kayla ends up third wheeling with Aaron and Rob. She's the third wheel. Let's keep it real. But Aaron gets a text about this newlywed challenge game that they're playing. I'm not really going to discuss too much about it because it literally was the most pointless challenge game competition. There was no real incentive. Like, they're literally wearing wedding dresses and suits. They slide down a slide. They go to the dance floor, which is slippery. They pretty much do what you would do during a wedding. You would have the wedding, you would have your reception, dance, whatever, and then you would eat the cake, and then you would have the honeymoon, which is where you go and okay. And that's essentially what they all did. Aaron was smashing Kayla's face into the cake like he had some real disdain for her, which I'm like, it's ironic that you're the one doing that. She should be doing that to you. Janae and Kenny could not stand up on the dance floor without slipping. Janae was throwing that ass back. Kenny was tearing that cake up. Janae was sitting there daintily eating it, saying, keep eating it, keep eating it. And she's talking about he can eat for real. And it was a double entendre if you caught what she was putting down. Cordell and Serena, they was getting it on the dance floor, hitting the Cabbage Patch, and they was doing it everything. Dry humping on the floor. Serena says, we're not getting down like that at our wedding. My mama would drag my ass off that floor, which we all know every black mama would. But the challenge was just pointless. It literally was. But they get back to the house. Karen is pretty much talking, and Kayla's pretty much talking about how she already has her wedding dress picked out, the destination, all that picked out for her wedding, which I think is a common thing with women. Kayla's a weirdo, but I don't think that part is weird because I think a lot of women think about what they want their dream wedding to be really early in life, like probably around like their teenage years to early 20s. So I don't find that odd. But he claims that he would want to have a wedding in his grandma's backyard. That is not shocking to me. But she says, imagine if we get married after this. And the face that he made, I'm like, you better catch on to that body language. It speaks for itself. But he says that he's dating to get a wife, and he keeps looking away from her as he's saying all this stuff. And I'm like, that lets me know that you really are not meaning anything that you're saying. We all know that. But I'm a body linguist. I like watching people's body language because their body language speaks. Like I say, actions speak louder than words. But your body language tells exactly how comfortable and how real you are about what you're saying. And when he starts talking about stuff about like how serious he supposedly is about Kayla, his body language is always giving it off. Like he always seems very uncomfortable. But Cordell, Miguel, and Rob, they're talking about marriage. Rob is scared of marriage. Miguel says that he ain't doing no prenup. Serena, Leah, and Cassie, they're talking about whether they want to have big or small weddings. And they all want their future husband to ask their parents, aka their dad, for their hand in marriage, which is traditional. Janae and Kenny, they're talking about how long they'd want to get married, like how long they would wait to then propose or at least think about getting married. And Kenny was saying like 4 to 5 years, and Janae was saying 3 to 4 years. I would say probably 2 to 3 years. Honestly, I feel like I would know after 2 to 3 years. I feel like I would know. Yeah, I feel like I would know probably after 2 to 3 years. I feel like I honestly would know after a year. I'm older though, so at 28, I would know. I would know if the woman that I'm dating is somebody that I really want to get married to. Because I would date to marry. Like, that's just what it is. But Janae says that marriage in 3 years would be great. She wants 4 kids. He wants 2. She says we can meet in the middle at 4. I said, Janae, there's no compromise in that. You should have said 3. But his face when she said all that was funny. He was like, okay. But they're getting ready for the night. Leah ends up getting a text about them all cooking dinner. They're going to have to cook dinner because they're having a family dinner. So the girls go down and join the boys in the kitchen. They start assigning roles. Janae is the head chef in the kitchen. She said it only makes sense for her and Cordell to cook the chicken. I agree. That's all I got to say. But she assigned Kayla to go watch over the bread. Smart decision. We don't need you touching none of the food. But they get to cooking. Janae, like I said, is the head chef. She's monitoring everything. They sit down for dinner. They toast it up. Kayla wants to go around and have, like, pretty much go around the table and talk about what you're grateful for. Kenny says that he was nervous about being himself coming in there, but everybody created a welcoming environment. Rob says he learned a lot about himself and them. Cordell said he stepped out of his comfort zone just being there, but he met his beautiful woman, Serena. Serena is grateful for all of them. She considers them family, and she's glad that she found somebody that will put up with her crazy ass, which is AKA Cordell. Rob changes the subject to wanting to have your favorite moment now. Kayla's bird ass talking about when Aaron asked her to be his girlfriend, of course. Miguel was talking about him coming into the house was his favorite moment. Nicole said why? Because she was kissing on 10 girls, and he was sitting there laughing like, Miguel's going to keep it real. Cassie's was watching the moon with Rob. Leah's was PPG. That the big three, the trio. She said Janae was cracking me up. She said, I'm going to cry. And the way she was looking when she said that was funny. But Leah says that she found her sisters away from her sister. And she says it's going to break her heart not being near them every second of the day. Janae said, I'll move to LA. Shit. Like, y'all out there in LA, I'm going to move out there with y'all. And Kayla, I don't know if y'all noticed it, but Kayla and Nicole look salty. That's all I'm going to say. They look salty that they clearly didn't build a bond with them. But Kendall was coming back. His was coming back to Casa, seeing Nicole standing there and seeing the emotion that she had whenever he walked in. Nicole's was the hideaway, and Serena's was chewing Cordell out at the fire pit. Her laugh is hilarious. Janae says that they all did amazing, and if she could rewind time, she wouldn't change a thing, and she hopes that they stay connected forever, and they're all invited to her and Kenny's wedding. Janae and his wedding. Kenny's face has been cracking me up. But Kayla ends up getting a text about what? The recoupling. The elimination. Why did I put recoupling? But the elimination. And I was like, please get Kayla and Aaron and Kendall and Nicole out. I want to Kendall and Nicole out because I want them gone. But Rob, I really wanted a split, like do 50-50. It's 6 couples, so split it in half, do a top 3. I wanted all 3 of them out and the big 3 to still be there, but they head over to the fire pit. Nicole gets a text about America voting for their favorite couple. Cordell gets the next one saying that all Islanders need to stand up. Leah gets the next text saying in no particular order, the first couple into the finals is Nicole and bitch ass, which I'm glad they keep saying in no particular order, because if they didn't say that, they probably would be thinking that they are the top couple, which they're not. But the second couple through to the finals is Janae and Kenny. Miguel was smiling as he read it. I loved it. Serena said, period, nay, nay. Leah sitting there grabbing Janae. The big 3 is happy for the big 3. The third couple into the finals is the winner, Serena Cordell. They kissing all on each other. So the final 3 couples that are awaiting their fate is Leah and Miguel and the Fakes. So they have to go stand in front of the fire pit. Janae gets the text saying that only one more couple will make it to the finals. And I was like, they better let the vote speak for itself. Either way, I feel like we would have got the result because it was Serena and Janae versus Nicole. Nicole would have wanted to save Aaron and Kayla. Those 2 would have wanted to save Leah and Miguel. And thank God they let the vote speak for itself because Leah and Miguel are in the finals. The big 3 is together. Leah runs up to hug her girls. Nicole is sitting there sick. Cassie and Rob and Kayla and Aaron are finally dumped from the island. Golf clap. Let's clap that up. Give y'all some ASMR. We love it. Love it. It could have been sped up, but it's here. They stayed too long, but it's here. But anyways, they have 30 minutes to pack up their shit and get the fuck out. Serena is crying really, really hard for Rob. You can tell they clearly got a really good friendship. He's picking her up and hugging her. It was a nice little moment. But Aaron is talking about how he's not sad. I'm like, I'm sure you're not because you're leaving with your man. Like if Rob would have stayed, I feel like if Aaron would have stayed and Rob would have left, he would have been crying his eyes out. He'd have been crying his eyes out. It'd have been a different situation. But they're packing up their stuff. Rob goes up to the makeup room where the girls are and pulls Leah for a chat. I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's see what's about to happen. But they go sit down, and he says, I just wanted to come up here and say that I think that you should leave with me. I was like, you better be joking. And of course he was. They started laughing. But he says that and I believe him. This is the first time I believe anything that Rob has said. He said that he hopes they can stay friends out of there because he thinks she's really cool. And she said that she thinks that he's cool too through all of what they've been through. He wishes her and Miguel well. And Leah gets emotional. Like I said, I feel like that's the most genuine Rob that we've seen here and last season. But Leah says that she's always wanted the best for him and always will, which I do believe that. And she says that she's sad to see him leave and he's someone very special to her. They do that long hug that they did the last time. But the best friends, head on off to the dock for one last time. Aaron's talking about how he's so happy that he's leaving with Rob together. Rob saying that he wanted Aaron to stay, but he's happy they're leaving together as well. Aaron is saying that he literally got everything he wanted out of it. They hug. The way they hug, I would never be hugging a man that way, but that's me. But Kayla ends up still crying. Like she came into the house crying and she's leaving the house crying. Those two couples leave and we got one more episode, y'all. One more. Sunday is the finals. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a long episode. It probably won't have too much substance besides like the date conversations and stuff. We'll see how that goes. And we're going to find out who wins. The big three is in the finals. They better be the final three. I want Serena and Cordell to win, like I said. Janae and Kenny are my number two. I'd be happy with them winning. And honestly, I love Leah and I like Miguel. So, like, as long as the big three is there, I won't be mad at the result. I really don't. I really won't. Even though I really want Serena and Cordell to win. Really want them to win. I really want Janae to get some money. So either way, I'm cool. But y'all, please thumbs up the video. This was not much to talk about. So I'm not really expecting to see too many views. But if y'all can, just hit the thumbs up video. Drop a comment. Turn it on in the background if you really don't want to hear it. Maybe be some background noise. But I will see y'all on Sunday. Peace.